My name is Danny Reisma. I'm the warehouse manager for OH Crews Graded Milling, a division of Western Milling. What we have going on behind us here is a new installation. We changed out all of our drags for our packaging line. We went from augers to round bottom drags, saved a ton in cleanouts, very efficient equipment. So with the installation that we put in here, starts here with a vibratory table that the bin sits on. It can vibrates the bin if the feed is a little bit harder flowing. From here it goes through this round bottom drag to the elevator here on the left. From here we go up to the top and we can hit two different round bottom drags that hit a total of 20 tanks. We got two 10 position turn heads on top, which we're able to eliminate a bunch of gates and augers that were here before. So from the 20 storage tanks that we have that store, when the machine operator designates which tank he's going to pull out for the product that we're going to run, we then choose that tank. Now we have a whole nother set of round bottom drags that were put into place, new self-cleaning elevators that go back up to the top into the tower system that we have, which everything's in line, and we'll see that here in a little bit. Very efficient setup that we have here. Had a lot of help from P&F Metals, Cal Mill, in choosing all the equipment and the design of the layout. All right, now we're inside the tower on the top floor of a total of 4 floors. On the very top, right above us, we have that round bottom drag that we had seen from the outside. It feeds in right here through the roof. We got a nice Rotex shaker here with, we got the 2-screen option in there. So we can run 2 different sizes of pellets through there without having to manually change the screens. It's done a great job for us so far. Very efficient, very quiet. And from here we have our screenings that are taken off and discharged out to a tank downstairs. And from here the product then goes through the bottom valves, and all the good product goes right down through the next floor below to the 3rd floor. We also have an option up here of a bypass valve, where if we're running meals or mashes, we can bypass a shaker, and everything's gravity fed from the top 4th floor all the way to the bottom for this whole system. Okay, now we're on the 3rd floor of the tower. What we have on this deck is, first we have a magnet, a self-cleaning magnet up here. From there, the feed will travel through a metal detector. A lot of times when we give tours, people always ask why you want a metal detector and a magnet. And the fact is that coppers and aluminums and all that stuff does not stick to magnets. So we actually went a step ahead of kind of what's regulated for feed mills right now, and we put in a metal detection system as well. This works super well in line here. When it activates, if it detects anything, we're looking at about a 5-pound loss of product, where if we did it after packaging, then say metal detection of the full 50-pound bag, then you're going to lose 50 pounds of product looking for metal. So we chose to go with this setup, and it's worked very well for us so far. Now we're on the 2nd floor. This floor is pretty boring. Basically consists of the surge hopper for the packaging machine. One thing we did is we put in some heavy-duty gates here. If we had a problem with the machine, we need some maintenance done on it, but we wanted to have the surge tank loaded up, we could close these tanks, or even if we have a problem with the machine, we could close these gates, shut the product flow off to the machine itself, and then be able to work on, mechanically work on the machine without having to drain the entire system. This surge tank here will hold about 8 tons of feed when it's full. So, and also you can see down here we have all of our pipes or flex hoses, you would say, for all of our dust collection. So try to keep this whole system as clean as possible and as tight as we can. It's all about the quality of the customer. This has been about a 15-month project. It's been running, we've been in production with this machine now probably going close to 2 months. So it took about 13 months from conception to actual reality of the machines running. So It was about, I think it was about a $1.8 million project. With the old style equipment we had, augers and all that good stuff, we had flushes, a lot of flushes, so we didn't have cross-contamination. And with the old machine also as well, we would get anywhere from, say, 0.2 to 0.8 of a pound overage in every bag in order to meet the requirements of state and all that stuff. With this machine now, we can get it dialed in as tight as 2/100ths of a pound. So when we're running, 6,000 bags in a shift, and we're saving, from 0.8 to 2/100ths of a pound, it adds up. There's a lot of extra feed there that we could actually package, sellable feed. With our old system, when we had the augers, we would run anywhere from maybe 300 on a good run up to about 800 pounds worth of flush in order to get any kind of cross-contamination out. Now with this new system, with all these round bottom drags we have, the self-cleaning elevators, now we're looking at about 100 pounds per run change. And we take those are mandatory flushes that we have. When you change a run, the first 2 bags come out, 95% of that product isn't even contaminated. It has been that efficient for us. So with the savings with all the flushing that we had, the savings with the feed that we're actually saving per bag and all that basis, this system is going to pay for itself in a little over a year and a half. You can actually see the weights that it's putting in the bag. This one was 40. Then it'll keep changing as it goes. 39.99 pounds on both sides. 40.02 pounds. I mean, that's just how tight it is now compared to our old machine, which is a huge deal. And to be honest with you, this system actually afforded us. We did an office remodel, we did another warehouse addition, we're doing a new grain system. Just the efficiencies that we're saving on this equipment alone paid for all that. So it's been real good for us so far. All right, so that's pretty much the tour there for that machine. I want to thank the CGFA for coming out and looking at the new equipment. Pretty much everybody's welcome at any time. Just make an appointment, call me ahead of time. Also, I'd like to give a little shout out to P&F Cow Mill, Aaron Arnold. They did a great job with this. Great people to work with, and really don't have any issues with them. So I'd like to thank everybody for their time. See you soon.